Well, welcome back to another episode of Cover 2 All-22 Men, where we do an extended version on Teach Tape Breakdown, especially IDing everything with Texas A&M. All right, man. So look, in today's Teach Tape, we are going over a little bit of offense, a little bit of defense, and kind of understanding what A&M can do, man, to improve what they've done well, different elements of defense and offense. So let's get straight into it. All right, so now on this particular version of the Teach Tape, what we have is we have a focus on the defense. Now, what we're looking at with the Teach Tape, man, we're trying to understand how plays are being made. In particular, we want to highlight Marcus Ratcliffe right here, okay, within this Teach Tape section. I think he had a hell of a game, and he's one of the top playmakers that we had coming out of the UTSA game. Now, one of the things that we did really well was we had great interior run defense. Now, we had big runs that played. I told you on the previous Teach Tape about how we gave up a lot of outside leverage points, but our interior run was good. So now we're looking at a four-man front, right? So we're looking at our end, our nose, our tackle, and our other end, okay? You're looking at a four-man set. Now, you're looking at a one linebacker look. When you look at this particular defensive set, you know that it is more than likely a 2x2 formation by the offense because the other linebacker is outside of the box, meaning you're looking at a five-man box, six-man if you add the down safety. More than likely, what we got within this defense is an inverted cover three. What does that mean? That the safety is dropping down into the box instead of dropping to the flat. That's how we know that we have an inverted cover three. Okay, also, how do we know that we have an inverted cover three? Because this safety is in the run fit. Now, when he's in the run fit, that means that he is inside the box when it comes to post-snap play. All right, so now we're looking at a five technique. We're looking at a 1/2 eye shade. We're looking at a 3 technique with this tackle, and we're looking at another 5, a contained player here. Okay, now he's the front side A player because that is the open gap. On the snap, what you're going to see and notice is you're going to notice a slant by our two interior linemen. Boom, so they slant over. So now we're looking more of like a tack call. Okay, so let's go back to that. When we're looking at our interior line, you see them go gap over. You see our 1 technique go here. We see our 3 go to a 1. So our 1 goes from a 3. Our 3 goes to a 1. We're slanting that line because they are anticipating front side run here. All right. So now when they anticipate their front side run, we'll play it, stop, boom. We see it there. Good long step. That means that this gap is now open. That's the B gap. That safety has to be the run defender in that B gap. Not only that, when our two interior defensive linemen are stunning a gap over, that means this front side or this backer has to play this front side A gap. All right. So that is the initial flow of the defense. He's contained player. He's a contained player. He's the free unblocked player. So now as we watch this film play out, we see Marcus Ratcliffe come downhill and field, boom. Great job on the field play by Ratcliffe. Now, the unblocked player has to be able to make this tackle. So you see this, the defensive line manipulate the offense, allows our guy to go unblocked, and then he scores right here on the tackle. That is a great play by our defense. That is a great look overall defensively by what we brought. So slant, looking at contain. This defender plays his front side A gap. Our inverted safety in a cover 3 look is now playing this open B gap. He is the unblocked run defender. Comes downhill and hits the gap right there. Beautiful. That is what you want to see each and every time on film. All right, so now let's get to our next play. PPT Elite is opening the doors in 2026 to a brand new era of high school football. This isn't just 7-on-7. This is a full national high school football program built to give athletes another option. In the spring, you can step outside of your school team and compete on the national stage with elite coaching, real competition, and college exposure that high schools just can't match. And in parents, if you're listening, over 55 athletes have already earned scholarships through our blueprint. Athletes, if you're ready to be different and take control of your future, this is your opportunity. Spots are limited. DM the word elite right now to learn how to join the 2026 program. So now we're going into the new play. So now we're looking at the new play again. So we're looking at another over front, all right? Looking at the strength set to this side of the field, okay, on the strength side. Now when we look at the defense overall, one of the things that we see is we still see the 1 technique. We see the 3 technique here by the interior defensive lineman. One of the things that you're going to notice on this play, you're going to see an orbit motion from this receiver, meaning they are changing the strength, meaning this backer needs to bump. Right now, what you won't see in this play is you won't see this backer bump over. The key is here because at the snap, my interior lineman will crash the A gap. All right. I will also have my outside end he'll come inside and he'll run a stunt inside, meaning he has to wrap and play contain on this side of the football. All right. So now, why is this play important? Because most fans need to understand this. When we talk about a change in strength on the offensive side of the ball, it changes the initial outcome or the initial look of what the defense wants to do. So what I mean by that is our backer expands. When our backer expands, that empties the box, or it pulls a player out of the box offensively, right? So now we have to be extra efficient up front with our interior guys, because we've got to create havoc, especially with our two interior. We got to make sure if we're running a game inside or if we're two gapping here, we've got to be responsibly sound, especially with Scooby Williams coming on the outside. So we got to make sure we are sharp in this front of the defense. All right. So now, as we let the play come on, we know that we have a change of strength. He's flowing, which he's doing a great job. And now everybody on the defensive line has to retrace. Boom. We have to retrace and get to the ball while keeping contained backside to not let the play go out. So as we flow here, defensively, you see the ball go, boom. Now the rally is perfect. Now look at the angle of the linebacker. Our nickel is outside force. We have Jersey coming here, Jersey coming there, Jersey coming here. You have 1, 2, 3 blockers for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 defenders. This is the perfect outline for what you want to see as a coach defensively for your football team. So now, as we continue to go and we see the pursuit, look at the pursuit and close. This is beautiful. Look at all the maroon jerseys around the football. So when you have a change of strength defensively, the number one thing is you can't get out leverage from alignment. So you saw our linebacker bump out, but then you have to see the pursuit from the defense. That is a hell of a job defensively. All right, so let's get into our last play defensively. Now, what we're looking at is we're looking at a zone concept and how to stop the zone. We're looking at a pistol set, meaning they want to get this running back downhill fast so he can have vision on the play. Now we're looking at an over front here because we got our overhang our 6 technique here with a 3, a 1, and we're looking at a 5 technique here. We're looking at a 7-man box because we have a down safety that's playing heavy in that box. One of the things that we want to highlight is this. Scooby Williams does a hell of a job identifying the zone concept. Now, when we identify the zone concept, you got to understand that the offensive line wants to get on a path, a path, a path, a path, a path, a path. The reason why they want to get on that path is because they want to allow the running back to have vision downhill and make a cutback. That's why each gap is important and the gap integrity is vital to this. All right. So now as we press play, okay, and we see Scooby, boom, Scooby recognizes the gap right now. He recognizes zone scheme, right? So now they're looking more for an outside zone concept. Does a great job of getting leverage. He is doing a great job of getting to his fit. He is fitting in this gap. He's doing a great job of 2 gap and he's coming backside, and here's our backside contained player. But this is the key factor right here. Scooby Williams identifies the outside zone and he understands to attack the gap right now. When you play linebacker against teams like this, you cannot be timid when it comes to getting downhill and getting to the football. So as we continue to ID this and we're looking at the run defense and the good parts that A&M did in this game, look at him get downhill, boom, fill the gap. That is beautiful, beautiful gap play and gap integrity by Scooby Williams on this play. This is what you want to see every time from your defensive players. You want to see them get downhill, attack the football, and make plays. That is a great job by Scooby Williams right here.